I'm just sitting at my table here. Ace 10 and a raise. Oh, God. Ah, boy. Oh, you left the table, Cass. Seabass, you left the table. You were just there. Check it out, Seabass. You're not even watching, are you? I gotta go back to your stream. Get your ass over here. I can hear you talking. If you're watching my stream, we can actually talk. Dude. Just look. Talking to another streamer right now. I want your opinion. You there? Ah. Just 1 minute. You gotta see this. Wow. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Just wanted someone to take a look. That's it. Right on, man. Thanks. I worked like 4 days setting this up. This is ACR. I was on the same table as Seabass, but this is totally ACR. Diana, how are you? Thank you. I appreciate it. You were just at this table, and as soon as I went live, thanks for looking. I appreciate it. So when are they going to let you go, Diana? I mean, shit. Time for you to get home. I miss you. What's your blood pressure now? This is my cash room. This is where I play cash. So it's only set up for 6 max. I can't do. I mean, I could 9 max, but it'd be really tight, and I'm done fucking with it. It's just, it took way too long. It's just not usable for, like, if I want to do 4 tournaments at a time. So it's my cash room. I come in and play cash. All right, cool, Diana. It's down to 154 over 93. Awesome. That's much better. You must feel a lot better. So now I gotta add the punch to this one so that you can punch me in the face. So I'm down $2.52. Shit. That's because I was fucking around building this thing while I was playing. Oh, not a problem, Seabass. I'm just glad you took a look. I mean, I just wanted someone to see it, you know. After putting all this time in, it's just like, oh, I just want someone to look at it. I mean, it didn't work out the way I thought it would. It was way more difficult, and there's still like you can see, there's like those 2 little silver boxes on the other end of the table. You just can't get. I mean, I might be able to get rid of them if I put some color blurs on it or something, but it was, yeah, it was. I don't think it was worth the time. And it's not conceivable. I don't think. I mean, I can use it to play in a 6 max tournament. I just don't think it's going to work for a 9 max. It would be too tight. Hey, I'm glad you did too, man. Thanks. I'll keep checking you out, and if there's any questions, let me know. I don't know, Seabass. If you there's a program. Oh no, you're using Streamlabs, right? So you can't do it. Um, you might want to switch back to OBS if you can. Or do you have OBS? No, you got Streamlabs. I completely went from Streamlabs all the way back to OBS and redid everything because there's many more plugins and it's open source, and it allows you to be much more creative and add different features. Like, well, one thing that I could do here, if you've heard about OBS Ninja, OBS.Ninja allows another person to use their cell phone, and then they can broadcast their image from the cell phone, and then you can bring it into your stream. So technically, if I knew who these people were, I could contact them and have them with their phone. They could actually have their images on here as well, and that's through OBS. There's a node, but you can only download it on OBS, not Streamlabs. There's another guy. I don't know if you're still listening, but if you're not, it doesn't matter. He's called Nutty on YouTube. He looks like he's a Native American guy with long hair, and man, he's got all kinds of great tutorial videos about OBS. And I don't have a delay on this, so you guys are probably sniping me. Hey, you too, Seabass. Yeah, probably go to bed soon. Get some sleep. Too many nights working on this shit. Just want to go back to playing poker and streaming instead of just constantly working on the stream. I got a new camera too. Canon EOS M50. Using the new Canon web utility allows you to turn a Canon into a streaming camera. Oh, and I got a new microphone too, man. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that badass? That's the Samsung G-Track Pro. Woo. Got it going on. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's play some poker. Hey, all right, what do you want to pay? How much you want to bid? Who to bid to? Who to bid $1? Give me $1. Give me $1. Who to give me $1? I get $1. I'm gonna fold. Oh wow, the pocket rockets have come around to visit me. I'll probably get no action. Oh, it's a 2-cent, 5-cent table. Yep, look at that. No action. Happens all the time on ACR. I don't get any action. If I move forward, it looks like I'm this giant at the table. Make sure I got these labeled all right. JPT 4. Really rough. Yeah, it's all in order. It's all working. Yeah, Diana, if you're still listening, yeah, this is the table. This is the room where I'm gonna just come and relax. You know, like no tournaments, just relax. Maybe have a glass of wine, play some poker. My cash room, you know, come into my cash poker room. Come on in the back. Let's play some poker. Oh, oh wow. No, I couldn't do that. No, didn't think that would work. It'd be cool if it went across the table. Wow. 6 a.m. I was gonna give up on this. I was just like frustrated with it, and I'm not really happy about these the names. I had to snip the names out of there. I could fuck with those a little more, but so much changes in these that if you put like a Luma key on it's like it'll work for one part, but then when it dims, it doesn't work, and then so it's almost impossible to do that. You know, like I did with this stuff here, because this is just it shows one time, one color. It doesn't change. So it's much easier to Luma key these and just pull them out and make them look more like they're part of the table. But this stuff here is very difficult to do because you see how this, when it's not active, it doesn't, or it changes the shade. So it's a nightmare. So I'm pretty much stuck with, I think, this here. This is probably as far as I can go with this. So I figured, like I said, I'm going to use it for cash room or at most 6-max tournaments. But I have to adjust it because in the tournaments, the numbers and the pots are much bigger. So I have to fuck around with that. I played in one using it today without realizing that I didn't have the names and the stack sizes up. Oh, where you raiding, man? Well, that's too bad. You should get one. Oh shit! Right on. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for the raid. That's actually my first raid. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've got to put the alert above that. Oh shoot. Hold on. Welcome to the stream and thanks for checking it out. A lot of work went into this. Let me get some music back up. Still a lot of stuff that I have to fix. Let's see, hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. Shouldn't. I'll move that up. That way the alerts will be on top. Yeah, I just finished this up. For anybody who's checking it out, again, I appreciate it. Steve Ass, thanks. Thanks, man. I'm Botman TTV. I don't know how to say that. I'm Botman TV. What link? Oh, I think I sent you a donation already. We gotta help each other out any way we can, right? I appreciate the raid. That was awesome. Well, right on, man. Hang out. I don't have a delay, but you know, I was busy working on the stream, so I just left it. He's king. Let's raise him up. Yeah, that's not good. You should put it up. I mean, I got a donation from some guy the other night. Didn't even know who he was. He just liked the stream. I'm a businessman at heart. Wow, Ace King twice in a row. Right on. And anything, I made my living off of subscriptions and donations. Chessmaniac.com, Muster Radio hosting. Chessmaniac is, when I first started, it was like one of the top 5 chess websites back in 2004. That was before chess.com opened up. I was so close to being as big as chess.com, but in the beginning, donations, you know, and then I opened up the PayPal subscriptions, took off. That made me income for 10 years. So don't knock it, just take the money. People love to help other people out. especially, you know, $5, $10, whatever it is. Oh, you torched your bankroll? Shit, dude. Well, shit, you need that $5 then. I mean, it wasn't much, but yeah, I've done that too, man. That's fucking, yeah. I was playing the 1-2, and I'd built my bankroll up to about $4,000. And then one day, I was just I was cold and got frustrated, and one day, gone. I was just like so pissed at myself. There's a book, my wife has read it. It's called The Mental Game of Poker, and she keeps telling me to read it. It's up here. I gotta read it. There's a guy I just saw his stream tonight, and what was his name? I can't remember his name, but if I remember, I'll let you know. He was doing the same thing you did. He played poker from 2005 to 2011, and then when Black Friday hit, he stopped playing for like 10 years. And then he came back and he like put in $5, and he has built his bankroll from that. And now he's like he's got like 5,000 followers, a pretty good size Twitch stream, and so he's playing in bigger tournaments and stuff now. And if I could remember his name, oh, something sixes, and sixes are in his name. Pocket sixes or something like that. Not a bad flop for us. Oh. Oh. There we go. Damn. Oh, for sure I could get that through. Right on, just you know, take a break, man. I mean, my wife always tells me to take a break, and most of the time I don't listen, but she's absolutely right. You just gotta walk away, like you did tonight, man. So you're all right. Just walk away and take a break. And do you have a coach, or do you visit a coaching site or anything like that? I got some great books I can recommend. One of them is Optimizing Ace King. And what is up with this guy? He hits every time. Optimizing Ace King by Split Suit Sweeney. His site's really good. That's Red Chip Poker. I don't know, I think for like $5 a month you can get into the basic stuff. But you seem to know quite a bit about it anyway. But the math is what I love about poker. It's the whole mathematics behind it. That's the backbone of poker. That's what makes it intriguing. Because when I started playing, you know, a lot of people still think it's like gambling, and you know, you have to explain to them. If you go to my website, aspiringpokerpro.com, there's a link there with to a court study or court case where they actually determined that poker was a game of skill, not luck. In the meantime, our governments allow gambling through lotto tickets, right? They'll promote it. There's commercials and all this stuff. Oh, but you can't play poker because that's just, you know, gambling. And anyway, you know, my wife took me to a tournament a couple of years ago. I played, you know, I played on and off through the years just recreationally, but she took me to a tournament, and I was hooked. It was the first time I played in a poker tournament, and then I realized there was all these books, and I took all of my chess books, which is about 150, and I just packed them up and started replacing them with poker books. I've got like, I don't know, 50 of them up there now. I'd say the best ones that are the ones that I like to read is what's that? The Course. If you haven't, Ed Miller. Ed Miller is a really good poker writer. But I haven't been studying because I've been too busy learning how to stream for the last 2 months and do this stuff. So hopefully once I get this all settled down, I can get back into a rhythm and a routine. Because I've been burned in the mid. You know, my wife is in the chat there. She's still 1969. Ask her. I mean, it's like I've been working 10, 12 hours a day on just getting the stream set up, researching, watching videos, learning what to do, how to do it, the green screens, the cameras, the audio. I mean, a lot of people just start streaming, but I just can't do it that way. But when I realized that there's all these different ways of doing it, and as I learned about the webcam isn't that great to use, but as I figured things out, it was, you know, I got hooked on it. I'm still waiting for my Elgato key lights to come in, because the lighting is just, you know, horribly trying to mess around with the lighting all the time. That's like one of the key things, but having a good camera made a big difference. This Canon is just phenomenal. The Canon camera just made things so much easier. There you go, that lighting might help. I don't know, the lighting, I still don't have proper lighting. I try to get the light right, but never seems to be right. Hey, you too, Seabass. Have a good night. I'm glad you like the setup. If you have any questions, just let me know, man. Okay? Good night. Peace out. Man, I get open-ended all night tonight and can't ever seem to catch that straight. Nah, man, I understand. It's all good. Appreciate you sending the raid. That was the first raid I ever had. I'll be sure and reciprocate. Huh. Uphold. Down $4. So if you're new here, appreciate you checking me out. This is what I call my cash room. So I come in and play cash, or I might play a 6-max in this one. This is a new setup I got. Just it is actually, I'm actually playing on ACR with this setup. Just all pieced together, cut, pasted, captured, and just I like the idea of me sitting at the table and playing. I could actually, if I had a private room and knew the people, there's a website called OBS Ninja, and you can broadcast your phone up to that site, and then you get a URL and you can actually bring it in through OBS. So I could actually have the players' images here while they're playing. Which is really fucking cool. I'll be adding some commands. In my other setup, I had just added a way for you to punch me. The arm comes out, and you'll be able to do that through the chat. And some more commands. OBS, if you're using Streamlabs, it's okay. But I think people should stick with OBS because of the open source. There's an actual program there that you can download, and you can set up all kinds of awesome commands from the chat. Oh, wow. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to lose with 2 pair? Oh my god. Wow, that's happened to me twice tonight. 2 pair just lost. I hate 2 pair. I always fucking lose with 2 pair. God. I just want to, like, I get 2 pairs, just like, just throw it away. Yeah, it's not good. The new wireless headphones. They call these things. Oh, wow. Steel series. Yeah, my last name is Steel. It's the Steel series for the Man of Steel. Okay, we'll raise this up. Wow, let's see if I can make Ace King work this time. No action. I'll take it. I was watching Jonathan Little's. I took the number of viewers off. That was one of the recommendations for a beginning streamer, was just to not bother with that. My wife asked, can't see the amount of viewers on the phone. Yeah, it's not many, so. But that's going to change. Any idea what time they're going to let you out of the hospital? My wife's in the hospital. She had high blood pressure last night. Any idea? 9, 10? Should I get a few hours of sleep before, or should I just stay awake and sleep after I get you? I don't know. I feel rusty playing poker. Ooh, too much stream design work. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably crash soon for a few hours. Just give me a call when you're ready. I should c-bet that. But that 8-7 though. Gosh. Right in his range. Yeah. Well. At least I hit the flop. I got something now. Okay. There we go. Oh man, he should have 3-bet me there. Ace Jack. I'm raising up from the button. Okay, well, yeah, I'll just get some sleep and I'll just hang for. I just wanted to do the stream. It just feels so cool. I just feel like when I look at myself on the screen, I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm chilling in my poker room, man. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Just chilling in my poker room. Yeah. I actually, that's from Shutterstock. So I bought the license to use that image. So the brick and the image there. Once I had this set up, I was like, all right. That's it. And I tried a bunch of different backgrounds. I tried casinos, and they were just all too busy. And I tried all. I thought maybe I could find something better than this, but you know, because I had the idea to have a casino, and I got it positioned right, so it did look like I was like there was, you know, I was in a casino and it was behind me, but it just didn't look as cool as this. I just couldn't find anything better, so I went for it. What a value bet this? I mean, check. I mean, I'm gonna give it a little. There we go. Take it down, take it down. Well, anyway, I was watching Jonathan Little's stream. I don't know if I told you about this, Diana, but he was having problems streaming today, and his stream was lagging. He had 11 tournaments going on at the same time, 11 windows open, 11 or 12 windows, and stream kept dropping off. And and so I was like, hey, what are your settings at? And he had like the way off. His settings were like horrible. He had his bit rate was like 1,000 or something, and he was doing 20 frames per second. So I just like opened up my Streamlabs and took all my settings and sent it over to him. And in the chat, I could see him copying it. He was highlighting it and copying it. And so I hope it helped him out, because he's a great poker player. If any of you are listening, that Jonathan Little, he's from pokercoaching.com. Awesome poker player. Kind of a little strange personality, but what do you expect with someone who's kind of geeky like that? And he has this like thing on YouTube. It's like Coffee with Jonathan Little. If you ever get a chance to watch that, it's kind of funny. He like gives poker advice, but also life advice, and it's a good show. But he's always pushing his pokercoaching.com, which is a good site. I prefer Red Chip Poker. Yeah, he did listen, because enough people started saying, "Hey, man, the stream's lagging," and I started, giving him feedback and asking him questions, and then finally I just put that out there, and yeah, and he restarted his stream. So did you sleep well last night? If I could get some special effects to work on here. Whoops, sorry. I guess I can't do that. It changes the scene. Oh, damn. Yeah, I might be able to get that punch to work, but I'll have to move it around. But yeah, I can't work on this. I forgot, if I change scenes in OBS, it changes it for you guys too. Oh, I can go to studio mode. That's what I gotta do. Yeah, I'm not. How clear is it, Diana? Because shows. I mean, seems like it's good. There were no skip frames due to encoding lag, so that's good. I've had less than 0.1% of missed frames due to rendering lag, so that's good. Drop frames, total data output looks good. I'm only using 15% of my CPU, so that's definitely good. I thought that was going to go up with all this additional stuff added, but it seems like I've got things tweaked pretty well. Raise up the jacks here. Got to figure out how to get to studio mode, then I can work on getting that punch to work. Get the studio mode. Let's see. Good flop. He's got a bigger ace. Must be check calling. And we got an open-ended straight draw. And we hit the straight. Come on, shake. Oh, damn. Fold. Down $4 for this session. And the only thing I could not get was the color of the cards to show up. Just would not work. I tried every combination of colors, and the only thing I could get was this white, so it doesn't match the cards on the board. But again, that's just because of what I'm doing. This was like a wicked complicated process to get it set up like this. I almost gave up a couple of times. Then my wife comes in and sees like a version of it, and she's like, "Oh wow, it looks like you're sitting at the table. That's cool." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I was gonna give up on this. I was gonna go back to the 2D, two-dimensional design and just go with that." And so she inspired me to keep pushing. I'm glad I did. Like I said, I don't know if I can get. I don't know if I want to mess. I'd have to add 3 new seats to get to be for 9-player, and then if you end up in an 8 max, then it, like, I guess it would work, but there's so many, like, it's hard to explain. It's just when you cut in pieces in different displays, capturing different displays, and that are constantly changing. Like the button was difficult to get to move. So, and then in order to get it to show up on the table, I had to change the color of it to get it to blend in. And but then ACR has the button. Sometimes the button is like too close to the cards, so it picks up, or it's too close to the streamers or the player's information, so it picks up the timer bar, So it's like there's so two places where the button like shows half, and then you can see these little pieces left on the board and stuff, and that's just stuff that I don't know if I'll ever be able to get it out of there or not. But you know, you have to change the colors of everything and make them blend in to make it look right. It wasn't easy. I'm surprised I got this far. Like, I could not get rid of those two little dots on the end of the board there when the other player folds. That's because ACR has this this window there that, I mean, at that end of the table, there's the really bright lights on the rail, and so that's what's causing the problem. Wait, what do these guys got here? Wow, should I raise this up? I mean, wow, I think I'm gonna raise it up. Oh, wow. Okay, well, he's all in, but he only 50, yeah. Oh, somebody hit that. Jeez. Great. Great. Seriously? Fuck. I'll fold. Damn it. That's just horrible. Whatever. I'm gonna see what you got. Wow. Good fold on my part. And the other guy hit 2 pair. Huh. I was dead all the way. Not all the way. But when they called, it was like, geez. Somebody's on a flush draw, a straight draw. Oh. If anybody in here streams, and if you got any questions, let me know. Join the Discord. I'll help out. Definitely want to help out any other poker streamers get up and running. The big guys have kind of a run on us. They've been doing it for quite a while, and they all work together. So it's best if we work together and try to, you know, support each other's smaller streams so that we can move up and grow and give them a run for their money. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it. So if I move back, watch this, watch the effect. It looks like I'm sitting at the table. Pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get one of them finger mouses so I can kind of lean back. But then the problem is the mic. Jack 10 off, fold from the small blind. Can't seem to recover from the $5 I'm down. God, I haven't played in a while. Whoa. Too busy working on this stuff. Seems to be holding up pretty well. Stream, that is. Fucking nice. Looks good. It's clear. It's really clear. Man, I'm really happy with this. All that research paid off. Watching YouTube videos, reading, man. Hmm. Oh, ace king. Taking it down 2, 3 times. That 4 or 5 times I've had ace king. Hmm. Or let's draw. 1 overcard. See what he does here. He's gonna barrel again. I'll let it go. Welcome to the stream. Brand new setup. This is actually America's Cardroom that I'm playing on this custom design setup that I put together. I wanted to look like I was sitting at the table. And this is what I call my poker room. This is my cash room. So when I'm not playing in tournaments, I'll just come in here and relax and just play, play some cash and just a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. Not so intense as the tournaments. Kind of relax and chat. Thanks everybody who's checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Just playing a little 5-cent, 2-cent, 5-cent. I was working on this, on the design, the setup, playing 2-cent, 5-cent to get everything lined up right. And I just decided to go live, give it a test run. I'm happy with the results. If anybody has any comments, let me know. Ace-5 is a fold from this position. A raise from under the gun here. If I can do any sound effects. Those are still working. I don't know if I added them to this scene or not. Let's give them a try. Oh wait, I can do the voice thing. Yeah, here we go. Maybe kind of cheesy, but it's fun. I was like this one. Hey, welcome to my poker room. Is there anybody here? Hello? Is anybody out there? Oh. That's working.
Hey, deuce. Oh, that's a shitty hand. Yuck.
What a flop. 3 players in. What could he have? Betting in. Must have the straight. King Jack. What do you have? Oxy Neon. 8-7. Such an
Awesome hand. That's a really great hand.
I gotta add the zoom back to this. Man, there's all kinds of things I gotta add into this. I can't do it right now. If I could figure out how to get into studio mode from this thing. I went from started out streaming on OBS and then shifted over to Streamlabs OBS. Big mistake. So if any of you are streamers or you're thinking about streaming, I definitely would stay with OBS. Streamlabs OBS is good if you just want to get up and running. It's simple, it's easy, but once you start digging into it, you can't get creative with it. There's too many limitations. It's basically a setup to get new streamers up and running, which is good, but it's very limiting. So I recently shifted everything back to OBS, which was a pain. And Imaginecast, I don't know if you've seen his stream. If you haven't, check it out. He's from New Zealand. He's a poker streamer for Poker Stars. I was chatting with him one day, and he said if you're on Streamlabs and you're thinking about going to OBS, it's better to do it sooner than later, because once you get, you know, things going. And I had added so many things, and I was like, oh my god, I got to shift it all back to OBS. So I just started the process and basically added two more weeks, I think, to, because I just been working on this damn thing for like 2 months, just getting everything set up, trying to figure out what scenes I want, and then I thought I was like almost there, and I was going to be able to put up a schedule and just get some normalcy back to my life, some more routine. And then shifted, you realize that I made a mistake by going with Streamlabs. Not that it's not bad, it's a good company, but just the fact that for one thing, I was trying to add some things to my chat room to let the users interact more, and it was very difficult. You had to install a Python program and do Python programming, and I just I mean, it's good, but there were so many different things, like open source. OBS is open source, so they have a WebSocket, and this is like one of the main reasons why I shifted back. So I should have raised that up. God, what am I doing? So they have open source. So there's this WebSocket plugin that you can put in, and this thing allows you to be able to connect a program. It's called Lorian board, and call once. Oh, okay, that'll help. So Lorian board. This thing is going to allow me to give my users, the people that start following me, to be able to control parts of my special effects that I have. So they'll be able to, like, for instance, in my other scenes there, I have a punch that you can punch me in the face, and so they'll be able to do that, but they could also change my background image if I set it up that way. So if they want, I could have a number of different backgrounds. Instead of the poker room, it could be the casino or whatever. I don't even, did I even win that hand? So anyway, that's just one of the reasons I recommend that if you're thinking about streaming, you should definitely just stick with OBS. There's just a lot more open source programs. There's a lot more filter plugins. A lot more plugins and different things that allow you to do different things. Oh, hey, Violent Mystery. How you doing? I'm glad you check it out. So what you think? Right on. Yeah, coffee for you. I haven't slept. I've been working on this all night. This is the result. It came out okay. But it's probably just gonna be what I call my cash room, just where I go to relax and not, you know, when I'm not playing in tournaments. And this is just where I'll relax and play some cash and have some fun. But because it's just, there's too many pieces to make this happen. I had to capture, you know, so many different display captures that it was just crazy. And there's still little bits and pieces. You'll see that across the board there. See those two little dots? Cannot get rid of those. There might be a way to get rid of them, but it's a captured piece from America's Cardroom, and that particular end of the table has the lighting on it, so it's got really bright. And you can't chroma key that out. You can't use the Luma key. It just won't work. So if you got any ideas, let me know. But then I could not get the color of the cards that are showing, like my cards, to be, I mean, I tried every color combination, chroma key, luma key, everything to, and the only thing I could get to work was the white version of these cards, the white with the see-through. It works, it's fine. Wow, this is like the 6th time I've had ace king. It works, but yeah, this I like I said, I'm going to keep this. I learned a lot from doing this, but yeah, it was difficult. It took me like 3 days, doing about 10-12 hours a day, just trudging through it. Well, I mean, I love the result. I love the whole effect of sitting at the poker table. That's what kept me going with it. Vaping a little lemon cream cheesecake from my store. Whoop, I want that focuses. There we go. 802 Vapor. NEK Vapors, my store. It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, they did change everything. Oh, you think so? Well, I mean, definitely. Well, if anybody wants any information on how I did it, you know, they can ask me. No problem. I was what I was doing. How I got on thinking about this was I was messing around. So OBS has that 3D filter, so you can. I was tilting the ACR screen capture down, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. And I'm getting fed into that's probably not good. So I tilted it down, and then I put myself on the end of the board, and I was like, and my wife came in and she's like, wow, it's like you're sitting it's like you're sitting at the table. So that's what started this whole thing. And probably for my tournaments, I'll be using that. So it's basically the screen capture, and it's just kind of laid down. And then I came up with a way to flip my cards up. So, because, you know, they're the farthest from the screen, and I can push a button on Stream Deck, and it'll flip the cards up so that they can see them better. Yeah, they're doing that to stop the bots. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to succeed, because there's always a way around, it seems like. And that, I guess, having the graphics there, somehow the bots. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, let's do a sound effect. Haha. Booyah! There we go. Did that come out? Hopefully it did, because this is a new scene. I don't know if the sound effects are working on it yet. And somebody's betting into me. So let's see. I'll just call. See if we can. This will probably be the biggest pot of the night. This might dig me out of the $5 hole that I'm in. Oh my god. Oh, good. You heard the booyah. Awesome. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm gonna put it all in. Well, somebody's got a set of queens. Man, that sucks. Shit. Man. Yeah, so I don't know what the purpose of that. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna stop bots. Yeah, I'm using Stream Deck. Do you use Streamlabs or do you use OBS? Because I just learned about this great new program. If you're using Streamlabs, you can't use it. That's why I switched from Streamlabs back to OBS. It's called the Lorian board or something like that. Lorian board or Lorian board. This thing with a node, a plug-in for OBS, and that's so. There's this. Oh, let me back up. So there's this streamer on YouTube called Nutty, and this guy is just amazing. He's like a Native American guy with a ponytail, and he's just cooler than shit. You just watch some of his streams, and he's like, you know, I see him tell me, he's like, if you're using Streamlabs, he's like, don't. You just don't use it. It's a bad idea. You should stick with OBS. And so I heard him say that after I'd already switched and I was working on my stream, and then that Lorian board came out. Now this thing, so you plug in this network plug-in, and then it allows you, and then you get the Lorian board, and the people in my chat will be able to control parts of my stream through this board. So I can program it whatever they want to do. So whatever I want them to be able to do, whether like the background, if I want someone to change the poker room background that I got here and change it to a casino background, they'll be able to put in a command and it will change the background. They'll be able to put in a command. Now I know some of this was available through, like, you could do like sound effects and stuff, but they literally, through this Lorian board, if I had a light here and they wanted to change, I could program it to where they could actually change the lighting effects in the real time. There's so many things that anything that they could change scenes on you. They can throw like they can, if you let them control a scene and give them a command, they can like, I have this one new scene. If you go to that Nutty's site, you'll see, or his YouTube video, he goes through a whole tutorial on how to set up the thug scene. And it's basically sunglasses with a joint in your mouth, and it takes an image, freezes you, and then puts that over your face, and then it's pretty cool. And one of the things he was talking about was this streamer called the Sushi Dragon. Have you heard of the Sushi Dragon? If you haven't, go pull up his stream. It's amazing, totally amazing. I mean, this guy pushes the boundaries of everything that you can do. He literally has a studio, and a normal green screen like that I have behind me just wasn't enough for him. So he, in his basement, painted his walls all green, and then he took the green foam interlocking things you can put on your floor, laid that all over his floor. And yeah, you just watch that stream. It's amazing. Amazing stuff that he does. Yeah, I'm not having any luck here on this 2-cent, 5-cent table. I'm down $10. Sucks. Wow. Set over set. Yeah, I agree that Streamlabs is definitely better for beginning streamers. Oh, no way. Yeah. His stream is just unbelievable to what he does with it. If I could get a place, I'm definitely gonna paint the walls green. and then I'm gonna set up a I'm gonna set up I want to be able to get up and walk around the board. You know what I mean? I mean, that would be so cool. Or, you know, not have a box, you know, so I could point. I'm pretty good here with the green screen I got, but if I go that way, it's, yeah. So kind of limiting if I wanted to like reach across the table and like, you know, do something. But cool. I'm glad you think so. Because I don't know, I've been working really hard on it. I don't know if people will like it or not. If they'll, I guess it might help. But yeah, I totally, you know, try to help other people out. Like this one guy tonight, I got my first raid tonight because I went and I go down to the bottom of the poker streamers and I kick around down there and I look around and I'll be like, hey, like this one guy, he had a stream and he literally was sitting like this, just like looking off, like over here. And I just told him, I was like, hey, just go to transform and flip your image horizontally. And he did it and he's like, oh wow, that's way better. Because it looked like he was looking at the board then. And yeah, I know, it was crazy. I was just like, you know, he didn't understand at first. I saw him, he opened it up, I could see it on the screen. I was like, no, transform, flip horizontally. And finally got it through to him and it flipped his image and he was amazed. And so I'll just kick around and help people, you know, with their streams and stuff. And, you know, because I'm trying to make connections and so we can all help each other out. And yeah, so I got my first raid tonight from a guy. I was down there looking at his stream and he had just like a basic setup. And so I got on there and I said, hey, you want some help? And he's like, yeah, whatever. And so he, I said, you know, go, he had Streamlabs. So I was like, go in there and get yourself a overlay. So he did, and we helped position it and stuff. And yeah, so he's got a better looking stream now. And so I went and checked on him tonight and said hello. And I said, you got to see what I just finished. Just come check it out. And so then when he was done, he rated me, which was kind of cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just you know, if anybody needs any help, questions, anything, I know. Like I was actually helping Jonathan Little today with his stream. He had his I don't know if you saw it, but he was streaming like 12 tournaments. He had all these windows open. He has no design sense. He just got like 12 windows open and his stream was lagging. And so I said in chat, I was like, what are your stream settings set to? And he was streaming at 20 frames per second with a bit rate of 1,000. I'm like, that's pretty low, you know. And so I sent him my settings, which I had done a lot of research on. I said, just use these. And so the stream started lagging. Everybody was complaining because, you know, he's a really good poker player. He's a poker coach. You probably know him, pokercoaching.com. And so he, anyway, I helped him out. I wasn't the only one helping him out, but I'm pretty persistent once I realized that I can help someone with something. Yeah. I had my settings. I didn't know what I was doing when I first started streaming. The default is like 2,500. So I did some research and reading and some people will stream at like 60 frames per second, but if they don't have a camera that supports that, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, the bitrate, I bumped mine up to 4500, and then I did the encoder, I put to X264. I was doing it through the Nvidia or something like that. The one below that. But the X264, and my CPU right now is at 15%. When I was using Streamlabs, it was always 30, 40. But since I made these changes, the 30 frames per second, the 4500 bit rate. What else did I do? Oh, then there's some other settings in there. Under 15%. Yeah. So does your camera have a 60 frames capable? Do you have a, what is it, a DLSR camera? Because yeah, you're gonna push out at 6,000. Yeah, I have a Canon EOS M50 right now, and I'm using the that new program, the EOS web utility, which allows me to use a Canon camera. Man, it's such a drastic difference. I just had like a cheapy China webcam, and I think I have that Logitech on order, but they were like, I bought it, but I don't know when it's coming. I actually got the camera quicker than I got the Logitech camera. That's still on back order. So I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. So anyway, I was gonna look up my settings. What you're probably got it all figured out. Let's see. What do I have for settings here? Yeah, I have 4500 bit rate going out, keyframe of 2, CPU fast, and then profile high. And so far that has made a big difference. There are a few times where my stream was kind of laggy or grainy or kind of blurred. But it seems to be holding together now. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I've got 2 Elgato key lights that are on back order, and another green screen. So I've got, but I'm gonna hook up a really cool. I've got like, I don't know. I'm gonna end up having like 3 green screens now, 4, because I started with the one you put on the back of your chair. It's like a big circle. That one, it worked good to get me started and to get me experience with the green screen, but the material they used on it was too thin. Any light that was on the other side, it would just cause problems. So I've got and of course the Elgato is all on back order, so you couldn't get that pull-up one. Yeah, so limited. Anytime I turned, there'd be a hole because of the circle. But the Elgato green screen that you pull up, that's been on back order. But there's a company that I got, this one that's behind me now, which you can't see, but that one works just as good, and it's made of the same material, and it was a photography company. So it's got like a telescoping thing you pull out, and then you can collapse it all down. Do not think my 7's going to be good here. Let it go. I'll check them out. Cowboy Studio. All right, cool. I got them bookmarked right now. Put that in my streaming sites. Thank you. Huh. All right. Speaking of cowboys, here they are. Knowing me the way I've been running tonight, somebody will get an ace. Oh, wow. Wow. What did he have here? Jeez, what the heck? Oh, wow. I'll get the blocker. Blocker to the straight. Wow. All right, well, let's go put it in. You got... Hey, all right. That brought me, I'm now not 10 in the hole. I'm only 564. I was wondering what the heck you could have had. Dan, are you still on? Still listening? My wife is in the hospital. Let's see, what time is it? When are you gonna get out if you're still listening? Come pick you up. So you went, what's that TwitchCon thing next to your name? Wow, cool, you went to TwitchCon. San Diego 2020. I think I'm gonna have to get out there. I bet you got some ideas out there. Wow. The beta program for Twitch? What's the beta program? What are they getting ready to release? Can you say? Oh, cool. What kind of new features are they going to be releasing? Have you watched Magincast? Yeah, have you checked him out? That guy's inspiring, man. Magincast, Majincast. He's a poker streamer from New Zealand. Awesome special effects in his stream. Probably one of the most best poker streamers for special effects that there is. Let me see if I can. Magincast. Yeah, he's really good, and he's really open. So you ask him questions, he responds. Real nice guy. He what was it? Oh yeah, I saw the effect of. He had this effect. This guy came, like, this player was tanking, and so he had this special effect. This guy that would walk out on the table, look over at the guy who was tanking, and say, "What's taking so long, man?" And turn around and look back at the camera. It was crazy. And he walked across the board and then off the screen. I sent you as a sample. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, he's an excellent streamer, but he's the one that turned me on to filters. Just so I got in and started messing around with the filters, which led me down this road of like, oh wow, there's audio filters and video filters, and then I created a LUT for my cheapy webcam to try to make it look better, and then I've got this cool. Wait, let me see if I don't know if I can turn this on. This one, I haven't bought the rights to this image yet, but when I make a final table, this is what it's gonna look like. Let me see if I can turn this on. Give me a second here. Oh crap. Yeah, if I leave, shoot, I don't know how to get into studio mode in this one. Wait, maybe no, I can't because I made a copy of. Yeah, but it should work. Oh, let me. I don't think I set up a. No, I didn't set up a hotkey yet. Damn. Wait, no, I can't go in there and do it. Shoot. Yeah, I can't without leaving this stream, unless I can figure out how to get into studio mode. And I haven't been able to figure that out in OBS yet. Just trying to get into that earlier. Shoot, I have to Google it. Hold on, let me see if I can. Nope, no good. It's gotta. I can't find it. Studio. There's gotta be a way to switch to studio mode here. Oh, there it is. Right there in the main one. Hopefully this doesn't cut off the stream. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Alright. So let me see here. Like, go over here. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, there it is. Check this out. Hopefully it works. There, check that out. That's gonna be my final table. So when I hit the final table, I'm gonna unleash the flames. And I haven't paid for this one yet. I gotta purchase it. Should be seeing that. Let me see if how that shows up. That'll allow me to check the CPU usage too. Let's see. Oh yeah. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna leave that up for a little bit. Yeah, and then I've got another one. Let's see. Now that I'm in studio mode, I can mess around. So when I'm like really low on blinds, I'm gonna put like, let me turn the flames off here. Where is it? So I've got another one. So when I'm low on blinds, it's going to be the rain effect. If I can find it here. Special effects. There they are. So let's see. This one. I don't know if that's working on here or not. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It looks like it's raining. I don't know if that just looks like a bad stream, but I don't know if that's a good effect or not. But yeah, actually it does give the effect that it's a pretty cold board, cold table. That's one. Oh, then I've got a lightning effect that I'm going to implement soon. Let's turn off the rain. Oh, this one. I like this one. Chips falling. Again, the reason I'm not is because I still have to purchase. I'm just adding them and testing them right now. So that's a cool effect. And you can see it still says Shutterstock on it because I haven't bought any of these. The only one I bought is the poker room image behind me because I knew that was a keeper. And let's see what else I got. I've got this punch, but it's in the wrong spot now for this one. But that's going to be the punch. So users will be able to punch me in the face. And let's see what else. What else do I got here? Circles. This one's just a real subtle one. Just kind of like pulsating circles coming out. I don't know if you can. Yeah, it's just a real subtle effect. And then the orange effect, I call it, but I turned it green. I've got that going on. Somehow figuring out how to get that in there. And then what else I got? Rain. Snow. This will be when it's snowing out. That one I need to improve. That one's, you can barely tell. And it's like green snow. Let's see what else I got coming on here. Bubbles. This is a good one. I don't know how I'm going to use them or when or what, but I figured that eventually that I'll be able to let the users interact, and they'll be able to change. They'll be able to do things like that, maybe different subscriber levels, or they can purchase it with points. And this one here is another. Again, the lightning isn't going the right way because I'm repositioned, but this is a cool one. This will be the lightning effect. So it would be like, yeah, I'm gonna yeah, I didn't want to pay another $20 a month. I got too many things going on. But so I'm just gonna add when I can. Let's see what else. I've been working on like a studio one. I didn't find it hardly anything for free. I don't know what this stage thing is. Oh, I want to get this one to work, but I can't. It's I for some reason I can't get the chroma key right, but I want to be able to have the board open like that. That would be cool. And then final table scene. That's not. Oh, an explosion. This one's gonna be for my fart sound effect. So it's gonna be like. So it's gonna be my logo, and I'll be like, you know, did you fart again? Then I get the smoke. And I turned it all green to match my thing here. And then this is pretty cool here. This is the ice effect. I like that one. And then what do we got here? Light effect. I don't know what that one is. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, just with a color correction, I was able to change it to the same theme color that I had. But I dug around on that Shutterstock for like quite a while, just trying to figure out what I could make work. And it's really hard to figure it out. Yeah, I'd have to. I just don't know if I'd use that many though. And I'm trying to do everything, you know, right, and so that the stream doesn't get tagged for whatever reason. And then trying to incorporate them. One of the things I want to try is like a news studio with me behind the desk, and then the playing boards behind me. I thought would be cool. What's his name? Fintan, Easy with Aces. He's got a new effect that he's doing. It's like he's like a DJ, and then the game boards behind him. I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, oh wow, he's actually venturing out from the two-dimensional side. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, we'll have to, because are you good with that 3D filter? Because that thing just drives me crazy. I've been able to get it set up, and I'm getting better at it, but that 3D filter, so that you can tip it and turn it. Wait till you see I've got, when I flip that ACR window or display capture down, it freed up all this space to do all kinds of cool things. And I'm gonna have a railing on the table that goes around, because this, like I said, this table setup is kind of limiting. I'm not going to be able to use this for like when I play in 4 tournaments, and it's got those, see that thing right there? It's just I can't get rid of that on the screen there. You can see it now. So there's just you know, it's stuff like that is irritating. And that's the only spot. And again, it's because it's got the bottom of the table. So now there's nobody sitting in that chair right now. So it's empty. And that's why that whole portion is just sitting there. I mean, I could turn off, you know, that particular seat and it wouldn't show up. But if somebody sits down, then I'd have to turn it back on, and it's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, just sitting there empty. And that drives me crazy. I have no idea how to get rid of that because it's part of the ACR capture that I had to capture the cards, but when it's an empty seat, that's what's left over. And if I use the Luma key and try to get rid of it, then it gets rid of all the cards as well. So it's just this was like the most difficult part of designing stream thing that I've done so far, messing with the Luma keys and trying to get everything in just balanced to kind of work just right. And that, like, even the button, when you move it a button, see how it's like half under the card? It's because the way they have it set up, if I didn't move it half under the card, then it picks up the streamer's timer thing. It's just irritating, but it works. It's not perfect, but that's why this is going to be more of a, I can't use this for mainstream. This has got to be more like just a place where I relax and just chill and do it, treat it as that type of scene. Because now with that there, I guess I could go in and let me see here, turn off that, whichever one it is here. That one. Oh, I'm not sure which one it is. Nope, not that one. There, yeah, I can, if I turn that off, and if somebody comes back in, then I can turn it back on. And then I have to go in and also turn off the, oops, that's not it. Part 2. There. Then I get rid of it that way. But then I'll have to go back in and turn it back on if somebody comes on the table. Do you get these bots and just sitting in your chat like this commander root? What the hell? I looked it up. Apparently he just sits in there, writes a bot to sit in there and collect data. I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay, let's see. And then, while you're still here, if you're still here, what is the purpose of putting the chat in the stream? I guess if you're delayed, is that would be the reason you'd want to put the chat there, so you can kind of keep up with the chat or answer it so that you're not answering something that nobody else has seen, question or something like that. Okay. Yeah, this right here, this portion here, once I learn how to do the display and cut it, crop it, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna put this on my other one because it has all the information, like, what's the name, Gripst? The Gripst, because if you look at Grip's stream now, he's changing things up. He's going to more of a format that I had, where just he's got the green screen and the board behind him, and he put himself over to the right side of the screen. And so I was on there. It's like, why are you on the right side? We can't see, you know, how much you're betting. So because he didn't want to cover up the information. And so if that's just one thing, if he just took that and did exactly what I did, he could move it wherever he wanted to. And basically he could still put himself there and then do what I did, even if he's covering this portion up, this portion here. If he's sitting in front of it, then he could just display capture that and put it wherever he wanted. So it seems like yeah, I really want to get onto that storage, but they finally did contact me, and they said that I need to build up the number of streamers I have. So I gotta wait. I don't know how many. It must be harder to get in than it used to be. I really wanted to, you know, have that Stormers tag, but Jonathan Little today was bashing America's Cardroom, like really bad, like saying just a lot of horrible things about it. I was pretty surprised, and I don't think it has any merit. I mean, it does to a certain extent, but it's like, dude, what else do we have? You know, people who don't live in legally online where you can play online. America's Cardroom, in my opinion, is great. I mean, the programming, I mean, sure, they've had problems, but gosh, man, you know, I've played on Ignition, I've played on some other global poker, and I always go back to America's Cardroom. I love the setup, I love the programming, and I used to be able to call them, and I don't know why he does that, because it's the best thing we got, and so I find that just odd. He's in New York, and here he's playing on the site, but he's just saying all kinds of bad things, and I've never had any problems with America's Cardroom. I mean, back when you used to be able to call them up, I thought that was great. Just pick up the phone and call them. Now it's different. They must be bigger, so. Oh, so making affiliate is one. All right, well, that'll be good. I gotta get I've got everything for affiliate except for the average viewers, but I haven't been streaming. I was streaming more when I first started, because I just didn't know what I was doing, and I just threw things together and let it roll. And then I got into the whole streaming side of it, and oh, well, that would be cool. I have one so far. I can't remember her name. She's one of my followers. Her husband plays as well. I was watching him. He's like a cash player. And then she's more of a tournament player, I believe. Oh, wow. I don't know what to do here. I got a 9. He checked. There's a very value bet here. Okay, I'll pay you off. Oh, okay. Yeah, so no, not a quad. But I did come across Uncle Slacker. What? Man, I'd have to look through. Wait, I can find my followers here somewhere. Forgot where. Can I find my followers on Twitch? Let's see here. Analytics channel. Oh, that's not it. Whoops. Uh, I have to look around my camera here to see the link. Let's see, insights. Maybe it's in there. I can't remember where to see it. You know where to see who's following you? I really? Well, maybe they're not husband and wife. They could be girlfriend, boyfriend. I can't remember what his name was. But she actually said she could contact him for me. And then I finally heard back from him. It would have been nice if they'd have just said, oh, hey, you know, it took like 2 months, a month and a half before I heard back from him. But yeah, I would love it if I could become a part of the Stormer group. Which is, you know, I promote America's Cardroom all the time already. But yeah, like I said, I've never had any problems with them, and I enjoy their site. I remember when I first started playing on there, I just jumped onto the 1-2 right away. I thought it was like gonna be like a 1-2 cash. And so yeah, there was a big adjustment period there when I was playing. Those guys were like, they were just like killing me, and I was just like, whoa, what the hell? But now I play the 1-2, and I do much better than I used to. But now that I'm streaming, I'm going back to just playing a lot of tournaments. Just seems like tournaments are a much more exciting, you know, way to interact with people, and easier to promote. Oh, this table looks like it's gonna die down. Well, I think I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And Violet Mystery, thank you for. I guess I should find someone to raid. Yeah, hold on. So let me see here. I can. That would be fun. If I can figure out how to do it. I think you just got to do something in chat, right? Let's see who's up here. Any suggestions of who I could raid? Okay, all right. So I just do slash. So RAID, and then what? Oops, no, I can't see. You know what? Tony W. So, okay, so to do this, I just type that in, and then do I end my stream or do it first? Or I guess I do it first. All right, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to give this raid a try and see what happens. Appreciate you chatting with me, Violet Mystery. Thank you. Have a good night. Guess that's working.